What is your definition of art?
Definition of art?
Yes.
I think what I've learned from going to art museums sometimes is that honestly art is what anyone calls art. Art is a concept and a point of view, and it has meaning, and it's like so subjective.
Okay, so can you give it a definition?
Whatever you think is art is art.
Yes.
So like, if I made something, I think that's how contemporary art is anyway.
Yeah.
An example.
Yes.
Since it's based on like a person, like each person's point of view, and it's who's ever creating that art.
Mm-hmm.
Like say I made something and it actually really means something to me, but it's like a rock or it's a box, but that box has meaning to me.
So would you consider this video art?
Well, if you think it's art, if you say it's art, then it could be art.
Okay. What is your definition of art?
Well, it's a bit of a difficult question now. It's not so quantifiable. You can just really say what art is. You know, it's kind of unspoken. It's like everything that's in here end up here, just merging into this invisible metaphysical force that you then use these things to bring into the world, and it's so beautiful and enlightening, and children do it and old people do it, and it's just like this connecting glue between the human conditions, you know. It's like I lost it. It's eloquence. It's a fleeting thing, but yeah, that's art, you know. It's shit.
Okay, can you give me an example?
Oh, an example?
Yes.
Let's say, well, is this an example of my definition of art?
Yes.
Like, okay, because you know, you could draw a flower, and that's art in some sense. I guess really what I think art is appreciation, like the ability to appreciate something. Because let's say I were to draw something as simple as a flower, if there's some symbolism found within that, that's now art. There's meaning to it, there's depth. But if I just drew a flower for the sake of drawing a flower, I mean, I don't know, it's all about intent. So I guess an example, do you want a specific example? Like no?
Anything.
Like anything?
Yeah.
Well, music can be art, you know. Pink Floyd makes very artistic music. Paintings obviously can be art. Don't have to be, but they can be. Anything can be art. It's different mediums for kind of expressing oneself in artistic fashion. Yeah.
Okay. And do you consider this video that I'm making art?
Yes, it's changed. Literally, I think I'm going to walk away from this interview a different person than I am right now, because it's just so beautiful what you're doing with this, you know. It's just that you kind of show people what's inside of other people when they themselves may not take the initiative to do that. That's wonderful. It's what the world needs, you know. So yes, it's art. It's absolutely art. I'm crying, I'm tearing up.
Oh, camera. Okay.
What is your definition of art?
Of art?
Yes.
I guess like a picture, or that represents either something fun or something like for culture.
Okay. And would you give an example of that?
I guess I don't know. I guess I think of art, I think of something like the Mona Lisa that's like everybody knows. It's like famous, I guess.
And do you consider this video that we're making any art at all?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your definition of art?
My definition of art is something that makes people feel something. At least that's what I try to convey when I create something, whether that be a good or a bad feeling.
Can you give me an example?
A really good one is like Duchamp's work, where he gets everybody super pissed off because he decides to flip a urinal over, and that's not necessarily like people argue about it because it's not necessarily like a traditional definition of art, but like it's making people feel something. So I think that that's art.
Do you think what I'm doing is art?
I think that it could be.
So in your words, what is art?
What is art? Holy cow, that's very subjective. Art, I want to say art is anything you I mean, art can be anything you make of it, but to me, art means just putting in feelings and emotions into your work and creating something that doesn't necessarily have to be up to other people's standards, but something that you feel you want to get a message across. So, I mean, it could be anything: wood burning, painting, you know, graphic design, computer animation. Art can be, it's very subjective, but that's pretty much what it means to me. It's just you putting your thoughts, your emotions, your feelings into it, and just creating something you're proud of, whether or not other people agree with it being art or not.
Can you give me an example?
Of like what I think is art?
Like something that
Something that is art. Okay, so there was an artist talk with Kelly O'Connor a few weeks back, and her artwork, she basically got images from albums, from like eBay, stuff like that. She just cut, you know, out for her piece Last Resort, she cut out pools, and she basically just cut a bunch of shapes and different colors and just kind of like glued them together. To me, that's more of a craft. To me, art would be like a Van Gogh painting, like Banksy's, you know, like not graffiti, but his spray paint pictures. I think that's art. I think if something has a meaning, or you know, you're trying to get a point across, I think that's really important in artwork.
Do you think me recording you right now is art?
No.
Let me think. A definition of art for me would be, you know, just expressing my own emotions out in a sort of media, and also, you know, trying to tell a story too. At least that's what art is to me, is trying to tell your own story.
Can you give me an example?
Kind of like, you know, this is hard.
Just an example of something that's art. Thing that see as art.
Kind of like, you know, in the Renaissance when they made paintings, so traditional paintings, usually it's about religion, and usually they're trying to tell a story from the Bible or from certain lores. You know, a picture is worth 1,000 words. You know.
Do you think what I'm doing is art?
I'm not too sure what you're doing, to be honest.
Just like asking you questions and recording you.
In a way, yeah, because you're trying to tell a story. You're trying to bring out a message towards people, and this is a way to do it.
What is your definition of art?
The definition of art is to express one's feelings, expressing colors or any of the art environment.
Can you
Example would be, let's say if you want to paint something that's with acrylic or anything that has to do with shapes, you can just express yourself by showing a definition of how you do your paintbrushes styles and how you express your colors in it.
Do you think what I'm doing is art?
Yes, I think so.
What is your definition of art?
Of art?
Yes.
Something that comes out of your, oh gosh, hold on. Something that you embrace, something that comes from within you.
Answering those questions.
Your expression of your feelings, you know, on paintings or within music, like lyrics and stuff.
Okay.
So pretty much, yeah.
Can you give me an example of that?
Like a song, you mean?
Yeah, or anything, yeah. So like a song? Okay, and do you think what I'm doing right now, taking a video of you, is art?
Yeah, I guess so. Just me expressing my opinion and what I feel, and I feel like that's art, is just being you and putting yourself out there. So,
Thank you. What is your definition of art?
Any form of expression.
Any form of expression, and can you give an example?
Music.
Music? Okay. So do you think this video would be art?
I think it would, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Can you give me your definition of art?
Art. Beautiful. It has like, it's just, I don't know, it's beautiful. I guess it's like, you know, the way you think. Just put your thoughts into it.
Okay. And can you give me an example of anything that's art?
That shirt that she has on.
The shirt is art?
It's art.
And do you think what I'm doing, taking a video of you, is art?
It could be.
Could be. Okay. What is your definition of art?
I don't know. Oh, yeah, I hate these questions.
Sorry.
I guess something that makes a person feel something that was intended by the person making it.
Okay, so can you give an example of like a work of art that you can think of right offhand?
What's it called? Like I think it's The Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh.
Yes.
It seems like it to make you feel very calm and very serene with the colors and stuff, but also like very, I don't know, like kind of like excited for the night because it's like all cool. I don't know.
So would you consider the video art?
The video, yeah. I mean, it makes me feel weird, so.
What is art to you? What's your definition of art?
Well, to me, like getting my ideas down on paper and being able to see the thoughts of the artist and however they want to display them.
Can you give me an example?
Well, for me, some of my art comes from like the dreams I have, and so like I wake up and I think about them, and then I kind of like sketch them out, and then that's art. Or I base it off of like how I feel. On days whenever I'm kind of like depressed and sad, there's some actual great art that comes out of it. So I just kind of.
Do you think what I'm doing right now is art?
Well, just videotaping me?
I ask you questions.
Not really. I don't know. I don't know.